It was 5 months ago when I watched my favorite content creator of all time physically walk across the entirety of the Fallout 4 map. And being who I am, my immediate thought was, I wonder what it would be like to walk across the entirety of the Into the Radius map using only real-life walking. After Javi said on one of his streams that he never wanted to do that, my next thought was, I'm in the middle of growing a small YouTube channel. I wonder what it would be like to do that myself. And well, I've done a lot of stupid things in VR, from yelling at children in Onward for 3 years to doming furries in Bone Lab. But this, oh boy, this is the stupidest thing I've done in VR by a mile.
This is the most tactical gameplay you've ever seen in your life. Army Man does 360s every 5 seconds.
In honor of Habby, I'm using the same music he used in some of his older videos, but I still can't decide if this little adventure of mine is fueled more by my epic gamer-ness or the smooth brain-ness that Habby's content has effectively instilled in me. And that question is troubling because while some people question what side of the political spectrum they're on, or what side of the personality spectrum they're on, or if they're on the spectrum, I'm over here in my corner pacing back and forth in my room with a microwave on my face and questioning what side of the epic gamer versus smooth brain spectrum I'm on.
This is so stupid.
So here's the deal. To do this, I had to set up a very narrow quest boundary between my couch and my wall, which are about 3 feet apart, and standing from one side of my boundary, I walk until I hit the other side, turn around in real life, turn around in game using the stick turning, and then walk back to where I started. Hence, pacing back and forth with a microwave on my face. So I booted up OBS, decided on a general route I wanted to take through each of the 5 zones, and started this pilgrimage in perversion route. And while literally sliding along,
Look at my feet are just like static on the floor. They're kind of just sliding.
I was reminded of just how much of a vibe this game is. I made a video where the whole thing is just like 24 minutes of lo-fi playing over me vibing out to factory scenery, and making that was honestly just so chill, let alone actually physically walking through the floating landscape of the Radius, which is truly on a whole different level of vibes. I do feel like I'm attaining unholy levels of immersion here that are normally only attainable by rocking ODT, FBT, B haptics, and the worst mental health this side of the Mississippi.
There you go. You saw that, right? Proof that I'm not hacking.
I reached the end of the train depot fairly quickly and progressed into Lobotomy Village, and in an effort to avoid getting lobotomy, I detoured past the village and through the swamp, which turned out to be a huge mistake.
But just look at the way it reflects the light of the Radius. Holy crap. Holy balls. Holy mother of balls. I'm gonna get snuck up on by a seeker, aren't I?
Let me paint a picture for you. You're walking through a desolate and supernatural wasteland, and I mean actually walking through it. It's a dead of night, you can hardly see a thing, and the only source of light is the ominous glow of the Radius above you and your trusty headlamp. But it's a vibe. You think you're nice and chillin' and enjoying the atmosphere of the Radius, and all of a sudden your footsteps sprinting towards you. Glancing up and seeing a silhouetted figure with a glowing red face peering out of the darkness, booking it towards you with a bloodlust that can only be described as a combination of New Orleans mosquitoes and the most overpowered bleed build in all of Elden Ring, is the most terrifying thing that can happen to a man.
No! Why are they everywhere?
But in all seriousness, it was going amazing. I had walked across Perversion Route and almost to the end of Lobotomy Village within an hour and a half. I even had time to stop and climb the crane. Sure, I was sweating profusely because my skinny body can hardly bench the bar, but I was feeling good.
Go away. This is cool.
Here's a fun little piece of knowledge. I recorded these 2 areas on stream on February 23rd, and this video, if everything goes right, is being published on March 23rd. That's not a full month of editing, that's a full month of weekends spent recording.
Why am I doing this? That's an excellent question. Is for clout, just to say, if I'm ever in an argument, I can just be like, oh, well, you never walked across the Radius, the whole entire Radius. Have you? I can just be like, well, well, screw you. Your argument is invalid because I've walked across the entire Radius.
With renewed resolve the week later, I planned out a long, scenic path through the pubic factory for the sake of getting as much scenic footage as possible, and definitely not for the sake of recording a lo-fi video. But again, all this footage is just walking and darkness, walking in darkness, with the occasional stop to admire things I've seen a million times.
I don't know what that is, but it's cool.
After all my recording, the total tally of the footage was 33 gigabytes. That's 35 billion bytes, or 280 billion bits. I know that doesn't mean anything to you, but it sounds impressive.
This already feels like a mistake. Wait, is this blood?
Just think of it as 280 billion bits worth of walking, and if that doesn't do it for you, then think of it as 50% more space than what Happy's storage took up. Holy crap, I'm obsessed with this man. I don't know why I'm so worked up about the storage space. What I should have been worked up about was the fact that I was extremely underprepared. By the end of Pubic Factory, I had 1 stim and still the 2 hardest areas left to go.
I have 1 syringe. So then I get past the tank and the hordes of enemies in the thingy-majiggy. Whatever that place is called, the castle.
My plan was to go right down the middle of Hold on.
Nice car.
My plan was to go right down the middle of Coxaria to get the most immersive experience possible, but in light of my epic gamer level oversight and preparation, going directly through the path of the BTR seemed like a rather poor idea.
It's a dog. Now it's a upside down heart. Or it kind of looks like a Batmobile, a bat plane. I need to stop.
I stopped at an outpost to avoid the tide before taking a long, ape-like walk through the woods, and eventually reaching the last significant area and first encounter with the most terrifying enemy in the radius before the endgame. That being my first slider spawn.
Don't want to engage the mimics, because if they engage the mimics, then I think the slider will know where I am. Come on, I want this. I can't tell you how much I want to kill this thing. It's so difficult because it just keeps moving. Oh, got one. Got 2. Oh, that was epic. I need this more than you can comprehend. Oh, no aggro? Where did he go? Oh, where is he? Oh, I see you. Oh my gosh, I did it! Oh, I can't tell you how good that feels. I don't think there's any more over here. I really hope there's no more over here. Let me go teabag his corpse.
And with that, after 5 hours of non-stop walking and exhausting all of my resources, I had crossed all but one of the zones. The endgame area is stunning, and if you haven't been into the radius yet, then don't feel bad about skipping to this time code, as I don't want to spoil the experience for you. I'll give you a few seconds to skip forward, but in the meantime, here's a dead meme. Okay, that's enough of that. It's gonna be stuck in my head for a week. Now that the newbies are gone, I can be honest, they're missing the best part.
It looks so good. I'm gonna break my neck looking at it, but it looks great.
Maybe the best part in scenery, but not so much the best part for me. Take a look at this.
Okay. Oh.
You notice anything? Let me show it again.
Okay. Oh.
There was no sound effect for the holster. I had dropped my sniper, my lifeline, the only late game gun I had on me. Reminder, I'm still doing this with 1 stim, and to make things worse, all I was left with was a new double barrel I found in my rusty 18C to get through the entire castle.
Don't move, are you kidding me? At this rate, health isn't the problem. At this rate, ammo is the problem. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. This is a joke, right? gosh, it actually worked. This is it. What? I forgot about him. Okay, let me just... Okay, the propane tank is on the floor now. Ah, this hurts my neck. Okay. So close. No! Oh my gosh.
I don't know how I pulled this off. I died a lot, and by the time I managed to clear the last little area after fighting Tooth and Nail, I had completely run out of ammo for the Glock and was quite literally on 1 HP. I was done. I was spent. I blasted the last 2 mimics on the tower with some frags, grabbed the Grail, shot Kutch in the face, and relished in the absolute stupidity of how I had just spent 7 hours over the past 4 weekends. But I had done it, and honestly, it was a lot of fun, easily one of the most immersive experiences in my gaming lifetime, and it just made me all the more excited for the sequel. Everything went smoothly, all things considered, and even if I weren't doing this for content, it still honestly would have been just as enjoyable of an experience. And as always, there's things I wanted to talk about that I just didn't have the time to, like, haha, Glock got jump scared by Seekers 4 times, or haha, Glock punched his wall 1,000,000 times. But seriously, I know I say it again and again, but I'm not gonna stop anytime soon. Being where we are now, coming up on 2,000 subscribers, that's 2,000 individual people, is something that I never would have expected in a million years when I started this channel. I was surprised when we hit 1,000, and I can't thank each of you enough for simply giving me the opportunity to share this nonsense I post on YouTube every other week to a tangible audience. So I'd like to thank not my channel members or patrons or anything like that. I'd like to thank you, random internet stranger, you personally, for your time and your attention. It truly means the world to me, and I hope I could put a smile on your face at some point in the last 12 or so minutes, because in the end, this video that I put more time and passion into than any other video I've made will probably end up with only a few hundred views before it's left to rot in the depths of the platform, because that's just how things are here. But I'm okay with that, because if I can make at least one person smile, then I fulfilled my goal, and I'll just keep making videos like this one. So like the video if you're feeling like a honey peppermint. I've tried so many times to say this, I give up. I'm just like the video if you're feeling like a honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich, and try your best to see the good things happening to you in your life. And as for me, you can find me in the deepest depths of hell. I know I'm blatantly copying Happy with this outro, but I need to tell someone about this abomination of a video I'm working on for next week. But anyway, get some good sleep tonight. Bye bye, big gamers.
Oh my boy! Ah! Ah! You are a piece of absolute garbage.